Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon, and this is episode 38. A big hello and welcome to all the new viewers. There have been new people joining the group, which is always great to see, and we are 7 people away from 500 members. I'm so excited. So, come on, join the group. I think we'll do a giveaway for 500 members, and I'm trying to debate what to give away. Because I was like, well, we always do patterns, which is fun. It's always nice to get gifted a pattern. But then I'm like, well, maybe yarn. And then I'm like curious. I'm like, maybe someone would like to win one of my samples. I don't know. I don't know if that interests anyone. So I figure when we hit 500 members, I'm going to go ahead and open a thread. And there will be a question you'll have to answer to enter. And then I might do a poll within that first posting, kind of see what you might be interested in winning. So, and then of course a big hello and thank you to all the returning viewers who keep coming back week after week. I appreciate it so much. So, as the title of the episode Flooded states, as probably everybody watching knows, Hurricane Sandy has hit. Being in Ohio, we are definitely far enough inland where we did not see the devastation that New Jersey and New York and all along the coast there have seen. And my thoughts and wishes go out to all of them that everyone is safe and dry. But we definitely have seen it here as well. We've had lots of flooding. Actually, last night, we ended up getting a foot of water in our basement. And so we had to have a crew come out, and I guess what had happened is like some tree roots had gotten into the pipe, our drainage, which is the pipe that our dishwasher and washing machine are connected to. So I couldn't wash clothes or do dishes. So we had to have them come out, clear it out in the pouring rain, because all I could think is, I mean, everything's going to end up ruined down there. You know, it was fine when it was just like an inch or so. We weren't overly concerned. But when it hit a full foot and there was all kinds of stuff going wrong, we definitely had to have it taken care of. The yard's flooded. Roads have been flooded. So we've just been trying to stay home, not go anywhere. We did buy food and everything we needed beforehand. So like I said, I hope all of you are safe and dry and well, and today's Halloween, so happy Halloween! We had all of our Halloween festivities over this past weekend. We had lots and lots of fun. Thank you everybody for all the wonderful comments on the costumes, and I wasn't sure if anyone would be interested in seeing them. That's why I put it at the end of the show. Gave you warning if you didn't want to hear about it. You could, you know, turn off. So a big, huge thank you for all that. That really meant a lot. And today we get to give away some prizes. I'm so excited. We had, let's see, 224 entries into our accessory knit-along and 153 entries into the monster knit-along with Diane of Knittables. So I went ahead and I picked the numbers, but I haven't looked to see who won. See, I wrote it down. These are my notes. I just do an outline. So I wrote down the 3 numbers for the random generator for the accessories and 3 for the monster, and the number was started 2, so 2 through 224 and 2 through 153 since I was the first post. So, first up to win for the accessory knit-along, we'll do that one first. The first winner is going to win a sock project bag. Oh, I think the sump pump's running, I'm sorry. I just like heard this noise and it freaked me out. The first winner is going to win a sock project bag from Slip Stitch Studios. I am going to contact Slip Stitch Studios direct with the name and Ravelry username of the winner, and they will be in contact to get your price to you. That helps save me shipping. And I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if she has one set aside for the winner. I don't know if she's going to let you pick. I have no idea, but she was very, very generous to donate that prize. So a huge thank you to Slip Stitch Studios. The first number the random generator picked was 212. So open up the thread, and 212 is C. Howard 06. So congratulations, you won the sock project bag. And her name is Chrissy, so congratulations, Chrissy. I will contact Slip Stitch Studios and they will get you your prize. The second number picked was 40. So that will be on page 2. I just thought with as many numbers as needed to be picked, I was just going to go ahead and draw them ahead of time. Like I said, I did not look and see who won. Number 40, here we go. Number 40 is Hot Pink Socks. You win the Needle Nook from Slip Stitch Studios. Her name is Stephanie, so Stephanie, yay! Please PM me your full name and address so I can get this cute little thing sent out. Remember, it's a little needle nook. You can put double points in there or your circular needles. Stick them in there all nice and cozy. It snaps. And there's a little notions pouch on the back. Yay! I have a couple of these and I love them. Very handy. Okay, and then the third winner was number 56. That is page 3. Number 56 is, it slipped, there we go. Oh boy. Delight Alex. It's D-E-L-I-T-E-A-L-E-X. Or Delight Alex. There, that might be right. Is that right? Anyways, her name is Dawn. So Dawn, you won the magnetic bookmarks from Slip Stitch Studios. It's a set of 3. They're 3 different lengths in very cute black with white polka dots. I use these all the time too, like crazy. Especially with charts. I'm telling you, sometimes you look at people's usernames and it like doesn't hit you at first. Okay, let's see. I hear my dog at the door. She's like, knock, knock, I want in. Alright, now for the Monster Knit Along. The first winner was 122. And that's page 5. 122, where are you? Where's the bottom? $122 is Stape 55, S-T-A-P-P, or S-T-A-P-E, not 2 P's, 55. And her name is Patty, and she made a weeb. The next winner is number 36, which would be in page 2. I swear my internet's been running a little slow these last couple days. 36, right? Yeah, 36. Alright, and I'm just going to spell it out because I don't know that it necessarily like says something, and I would butcher it probably if it did. It's L-M-E-R-M-D, and she made a 0 from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and her name is Tina. Yay! Okay, one more, number 52. That would be page 3. The number generator did well spreading out the numbers. Sometimes you get them all clumped together. Oh, and I didn't show y'all what you won. Okay, first winner got this bag. And then the girl who just had the 0 got this. And then number 52, No Knit Sherlock, won this yarn. Congratulations, Susan. I know who she is. Yay! So there was, let's see. I'm like, I've totally biffed on showing people what they won, didn't I? Alright, real quick. We're going to go back here. Just so I get the names right. Okay, so Tina, you won this great bag from Melissa of Mostly Munchies, who is one of the sewers for the Silver Pumpkin on Etsy. That's what you won. And then Patty, just so I had to look up names because I'm horrible with names. Patty, you won this bag from Girl Cave Bags. Yay! Okay. Sorry, totally spaced on showing prizes for that one. There we go. We got it covered. So congratulations to all the winners. Like I said, please remember to PM me with your first and last name and mailing address so I can get those out in the mail. Yay! Ooh, okay. Finished objects. I have one this week. Just in time for Halloween. I have Frankie, the candy monster. He is knit out of my homespun, which came from Gnome Acres. The variegated is Witch's Brew. It has black, orange, green, and purple. The solid is Witch's Brew green and then black. Amanda of Gnome Acres, I had PM'd her and asked, since she was dyeing up all her Halloween stuff at the time, if I could just get 2 ounces of green and 2 ounces of black, figure it's half a braid each color, for solids to make my Frankie, and he came out so cute. I love him and his little mismatched legs and arms, and super duper cute. I love it. Looks like he's wearing a little striped sweater. Yay! So that's my one and only finished object. Now when it comes to works in progress, I got some of those. I had showed last week this. It is the Fleur de Lis One Skein Triangle Shawl by Michelle Miller. I'm knitting it out of Spinning Fates, Shiva base, and the Remembering Remy colorway. It is a Christmas gift for my daughter. And I am done with the shawl part. All I have to do is the edging. Now, this is the second time I've knit this pattern. It's on Ravelry for download for $7. And sorry about that. I really like this pattern. It's easy to memorize. It knits up really quick. The instructions are really clear. And what I love is it has an edging and you don't have to bind off and pick back up or anything like that. You go and it's a knit-on edging, so you knit a little and you cast it off as you go, and it is just a great design. I really like knitting it, and someday I hope to make one for myself, because this one and the first one are both gifts, so I haven't got to make one for myself yet. Knitting it on size 7, US size 7. I couldn't tell you what millimeters that is. Which, it's the size that the pattern calls for. No changes to it. To me, it looks like, when it's all piled up, it looks like a big fluff of, like, cotton candy. So, and I have plenty of left over. It says 1 skein. And I still have a lot. I mean, I'd say that's probably at least half the skein. So I will definitely have some left over. Since this is the Remembering Remy colorway, and I want it making hats for Remembering Remy, I will be making hats out of the leftovers because I feel it's appropriate. And they'll go off to the Remembering Remy project. So, because they are always collecting hats. Tracy, T.B. McCarthy, always collecting them to take to the babies. Next up is my, I call them my gobble gobble socks. I was kind of torn between just doing a regular gusset heel and an afterthought, and I figure I'm probably just going to end up going with the afterthought heel because I just like the way it looks. Let's face it, stripy socks look awesome with afterthought heels. If it were a variegated, then I'd just do the gusset. But since it's a stripy sock, so I am completely done with the leg. I'm loving these stripes. So there's orange and red, brown, and yellow, and that just repeats over and over. And so I will be using the Laura Linneman Afterthought Heel Sock pattern. I do adjust it because I believe it calls for size 1 needles. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, so I'm not giving anything away. And it either calls for you to knit with 56 or 64 stitches. Well, I know for my foot, 60 stitches on a size 2 needle works perfect. So I just adjust it to fit my needs. And so I'm now to the point where I need to put in the afterthought heel. The scrap yarn for it to go back later. So to that point on this sock and the other one. I'm ready to put in the scrap, and my stripes match. I always have to have matchy stripes. So I'm ready to put in the scrap yarn for both of them, and then I can go on. So yay! I'm loving this yarn. I'm telling you. Gosh, did I say what it was? I can't remember. Well, if I didn't, it is Desert Vista Dye Works. It's the Viso base, and then the colorway is called Grade School Turkey. Like I said, I call them my gobble gobble socks. The goal is to have these done in time for Thanksgiving, considering I would say the socks together for a pair are about 40% done. I should have these done in no time. As long as I don't get distracted by other things, because I'm definitely wearing these on Thanksgiving. I totally intended on wearing my Ugly Witch stripy socks, which I wore them to go trick-or-treating in. And I was like, oh, I'll have them washed, no problem, so I can wear them for Halloween. No, couldn't use my washer. I did go over to my mother-in-law's and do some laundry, so we all didn't go around naked. That wouldn't be good. So, but you know, I was like, okay, everyone pick out X amount of outfits to get us through. Because I thought, oh, there was a little bit of water. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to wash, since it's the drain that the washer goes into. I'm not going to do laundry and just have it back up into the basement. So I'm like, oh, a couple days, the storm will pass. Well, the water was not going down, it was getting higher. And that's when we knew there was a bigger problem. So I picked back up my traveling sweater. It'd been a few weeks. I just needed something kind of mindless to kind of get through the storm, and I don't know, it was all kind of stressful. I had car problems and then the storm, and I just needed something I really didn't have to think about. So I picked this back up, and then I was like, oh, I got one wedge done, which one wedge is from one stitch marker here to the other, and it fans out, because you're essentially making a big circle. But then I'm looking, I had done one wedge, but then I was looking between this stitch marker and this stitch marker, and it seemed like there wasn't as much space between the two as all the rest. Well, then when I went and counted individual rows, there are 4 repeats of the pattern per wedge. Well, from this one to this one, there was only 3. So the last time I worked on this and thought I did a full wedge, I didn't. I only did 3/4. So I am 3/4 now on this wedge because I had to move the stitch marker up. So I'm going to do the last quarter of this wedge and then I'll put it back down. I'll probably get that done tonight. And I'll set this aside again. Like I said, I just needed something I just didn't need to think about. I didn't want to start something else yet. So this is nice mindless knitting. It just takes forever. It is the Traveling Sweater pattern by A. Karen Alfke. Knit in Blue Moon Fiber Arts, Woo Boo, and the Ravencroft colorway. So it is shades of gray, like a dark gray, with little pops of avocado green and like a deep green. It's not really a forest green. I don't know how to describe it. The one's definitely like an avocado green. The other's a deeper green. So it is 2x2 ribbing on size 3 needles. And it takes forever. So I'm almost done with the 5th wedge out of 8. And then I have the sleeves. And then blocking and lots of seaming. So, but I knew this was going to be a big project. Much like the shawl. Shoot. I'm picturing it. Everybody's knitting one. Oh, shoot. You know, the big round shawl. I can't remember. Either way, I knew they were both. Someone's yelling it at me. I know it. Either way, I knew both were going to be really big projects. And I'm in no hurry. I'd like to have it done for the spring. There's no promises. None at all. Okay, moving on. I have some Yarny goodness to show and I'm so excited. A pre-order went up for this and I got on the wait list because that's how it happened. It was a waiting list for a pre-order. And it came yesterday. I'm so excited. It is my Nyan Cat from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. The Nyan Cat, I think it started off as just like a YouTube video. And it just goes on forever and it's kind of annoying. Really annoying. And there's also apps on your smartphone and tablet for Nyan Cat games. My kids play them every once in a while. So it's a little like black kitty or navy. I don't know, I've heard it described as navy. It has a Pop-Tart body with head and little arms and legs. And then it has like a rainbow coming out of its butt. Or like coming out of it, a little rainbow. So it's on the bedazzled base, which is sparkly. I've never had sparkly yarn, sock yarn before. So it stripes, it's called navy. It's called navy blue, but it looks more black to me with like a navy hint. So that's fine because I've said before navy is not my favorite and it looks more black to me. But that's just me. So it stripes the navy, pink, and then rainbow. And it's a very time-taking process. You can see finished projects of what the yarn looks like knitted up on Ravelry. So you got a full skein of sock yarn and then a mini skein of the solid for your heels and toes. And I'm probably going to do the cuff, heels, and toes. And I will definitely do the afterthought heel for these. But I am so excited. A huge thank you to Lisa, the dyer behind Fiber Nymph, for doing the wait list. I think I was like number 17 or something like that. And I was more than happy to be on the wait list to finally get my hands on this. Because I've never been able to catch it in an update. And it's the one colorway she does not do customs for. Because it's so time consuming to do the little rainbows in it. So I'm just excited at the opportunity. I want to knit this so bad, like right now. Like I so wanted to yank my turkey socks off the needles and start it, but I can't because there's just too much to do. I need to knit 5 pairs of socks for Christmas, and I don't know that I'll get them all done because I like to work on socks between projects and not back to back so much. But I can't wait. This is mine. All mine. I spun. I did some spinning. Last week we had our very short Indian summer. It was like 2 days. So it was the Wednesday I recorded, and then Thursday. Thursday it was 80 degrees. It was sunny, it was warm, and I went outside and I spun on the back patio, which I've never spun outside before, and I don't know why, because it was so relaxing and so amazing. Excuse me. I'm recovering from a cold. I got rather sick over the weekend. And I finished my loop. Oh, I love it. It is not washed. I don't thwack my yarn. I like snap it on my wrists. I put it on and snap it. So it is not washed or snapped yet. Just due with everything going on. I just didn't have time, and I really didn't have somewhere to hang it. Because I like to hang my yarn outside to dry in the beautiful Ohio sunshine. We definitely have not had any sunshine since I finished this. It has rained. With winter coming, I'm going to have to come up with something else. Because I found if I just hang it in the bathroom from the shower rod, it drips and makes a mess, and I have to put towels down. And our bathroom, I think, stays too humid from as many people as we have, you know, showering and stuff. So usually it gets hung in the kitchen, and then my husband complains because there's a wet towel on the floor and blah, blah, blah. And it gets in the way. So, anyways, this is a loop bullseye bump. It was 4.4 ounces, called Perfect Day. And I spun it as thin as I could. I'm not good at getting it thin. Any tips on how to get really thin spinning, I'd love to hear. Because I always snap it. It always breaks. Single ply, and then I Navajo plied it to keep the striping together because the striping is amazing on this. And it's about a sport weight. That's about as thin as I've gotten yet, is a sport weight. Normally when I spin loop bats, they don't plump or bloom too much. So it'll probably stay a sport weight. The bump went from orange into a yellow, into a green, and into a blue. Go ahead and open her up. And it is slightly overspun, mainly because it is Navajo plied. So I do, as you can see, I do get a little bit of a twist. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So, let's see. I'm trying to find a good spot that really shows the transitions. Here we go. Maybe. There. That's good. That's good right there. So see, it went in from the orange into the yellow, into the green, and then into the blue. And it does look like the perfect day. A nice sunny, clear sky. Perfect day. And it has sparkle in it. I believe it is Angelina, Bamboo, and Merino were all that was in it. And I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I was hoping to get it a little thinner. Mainly because I don't know what the heck you're supposed to make with a sport weight. I only got 238 yards. So I was thinking about maybe a cowl. Because I'm thinking, I mean, this would be really pretty, right? Around my neck. All knitted up. So, we'll see. I haven't 100% decided yet, but I definitely cannot wait to spin with, or knit with this. I would have liked more yardage, so I could have gotten a shawl out of it, because I think it would have been gorgeous as a shawl. But the colors are just stunning. It definitely, normally her bumps that I get her bats are more closer to 5 ounces or up. So this is definitely one of the smaller ones I've gotten. And the colors just, I just couldn't pass it up. Love it. A huge thanks to Steph of Loop. hopefully all is well. I know the building she's in New York, where her studio's at, is flooded. So, my thoughts are definitely with her and, like I said, everybody else. But I hope nothing was damaged and gosh, just everything is okay in the end. So then I do have something new on the Bobbin. I got this back in May when I was at the Great Lakes Fiber Festival. It's from Gail's Art. It is a Cordale mix in a random colorway. It was, I think she said it was like a show special. It was $10 for a 4-ounce braid of the Cordale. I don't know if like the random colorways are like, she takes like the leftover dyes at the end of the day and mixes them, or you know, she just decides to get a little creative and make something new that isn't repeatable. There is aqua, a cobalt blue, a plummy purple, and a black. And I don't know, it's so funny. This is normally not something I would buy. I'm not a fan of blues and purples, or I don't like black and whites a lot in fiber either. I want color, lots of bright color. But for some reason, this just had caught my eye at the Fiber Festival at her booth. I actually had bought some BFL from her booth and went back and bought this after I made my rounds again. It's Cordale, so it's not the softest, but oh, did it draft beautifully. I mean, I could just long draw it, and it just very even. Very, very even. Like I said, the color that is in this is very bold and very bright. And since it didn't have a colorway, you know, you can kind of name them yourself. I mean, you can name any of them yourself. But I was talking with my daughter, and I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of a galaxy when it was in the twist. She doesn't braid it. She just like folds it over and kind of twists it in a hank. And it reminded me of the galaxy with the blues and the purple and the black. So I am spinning this for the Knit Girls SSK Knit Along for November, which is any pattern by Susan B. Anderson, who I adore, and I really hope I get to go to SSK so I can meet her. I'm going to knit the Elefante, which is an elephant, which has been in my queue for like ever. And I'm going to knit it out of this, because if you knit a pattern by Susan B. Anderson, you get so many tickets. And if you knit it with yarn from a vendor that's going to be there, you get so many more tickets. But if you spin it and knit it from fiber of a vendor, it's going to be even more. So Gail's Art is going to be at SSK. And my daughter and I have decided to call this colorway Galactic, because it reminded me of like a galaxy. And my elephant on my project page will be called Galactic Elefante. So it's like this little joke now between her and I. Anytime we see elephants, they get called Elefantes, and then it's, but are they Galactic Elefantes? It's just one of those things. I don't expect anyone else to get the humor in it, but her and I. So that's what's on the bobbins. This is 2 of the 4 ounces. I'm just going to spin 2 singles and 2 ply it, and hopefully I will have that for you next week. Like I said, this is drafting and spinning like a dream. I just wish it was a little softer, but like I said, it is a Cordale mix, so I know it is not going to be like merino soft. So, but like I said, I mean, it really, so even. So even. Yay. So, I don't have any fiber goodness this week. So, I'm looking forward to getting the next Into the World Club. The inspiration picture has been posted, and it is very me. It is oranges and greens and reds and very autumnal. So, I'm excited. So, like I said, hopefully everyone's staying dry and safe. If you're trick-or-treating tonight, please be careful. You know, watch the little ones. We had a blast. The kids, of course, got way more candy than they ever needed. I did get the costumes finished, and I'm excited. So I'm going to post a picture here. And you can see what they looked like when we went trick-or-treating. It was a lot of fun. And I'm excited. Thanksgiving's coming. Yay! Just a few more weeks. I'm ready. I'm ready for the start to the holidays and to kick it off. And I don't know, last year I was in a funk this time of the year, and I really didn't even want to do Christmas and stuff. I just wanted to get it over with. So this year I'm really excited about it, and so I'm looking forward to it, maybe even a little more than usual. So tomorrow our new knit-along start, get all tongue-tied. Our new knit-along start. We are going to be knitting Christmas favorites, which is a pattern by me. There is a snowman, a gingerbread man, a tree, and a bird. Because in my family, it's always tradition you have to have at least one bird on your tree for good luck, prosperity, and all that other good stuff, I guess. I don't know. We always have birds on our trees. And then we are doing the Season of Giving Cal. It can be, you can have started it anytime. You could have started it 10 years ago for all that matters. But you cannot finish it before November 1st. It has to be finished November 1st through December 31st. Let me double check on that date. Same thing with your favorite things, ornaments. We're going to run them both 2 months because it is the holidays and time is going to be tight. And I just figure if I make one of them a 1 month knit along, there's just not going to be enough time because we're all going to be distracted. And I'm trying to keep motivated with getting my Christmas list knit items finished and trying to keep you guys motivated as well. Remember, for the Season of Giving knit along, it has to be finished no sooner than November 1st. It can be started anytime, but you have to give it away. That's the thing. It's the Season of Giving and you have to give it away. Christmas favorites have to be knitted between November 1st and December 31st. If you give them away, enter them into the Season of Giving so you can have 2 chances. So double dip and all the other knit-alongs going on. That's fine with me. You guys work hard and you take the time to watch all of us. It's the least that I think you deserve. So, like I said, be safe. Everyone stay dry and warm. My thoughts are with all of you on the coast. So, until next week, I'm Jenna, also known as Retro Lemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, and I will see you then. Bye.